How to tell a good match. That's the title of the video. How to tell a good match. I just got the reason I'm doing a video on this here because I just got finished, just literally just got finished watching Pop the Balloon or Find Love. I was watching a follow up video that, uh, like about 2 months ago, these two matched on the Pop the Balloon. Supposedly been a match from the beginning. One was named Eddie, and the other one was named Jordan. It seems like to me, and I'm not saying it because he's a man, but I'm saying it because I'm gonna tell you how I would have felt throughout those things. Because to me, I would definitely, for me, I would call it a red flag. I would call it, from what I listened to her side of the story say to me, I can understand that we all have feelings and we all respond to things in a different way. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. If you don't know somebody, it's a possibility that you may feel uncomfortable about certain things, but at the same time, um, if you really a match, you're gonna know it. You're gonna know it. Y'all or somehow or another, you're gonna match. And then I'm feeling uncomfortable with some things. Yes, you may be uncomfortable with some certain things or something. Just like me, for example. I'm not the type of person. I'm a more, from what I observe about myself since I gotten older, I'm more of an inside person, right? All right. Now, if I meet a woman and she likes to go out, excuse me, not likes to travel, not go out. But because we're going out, it seems more like you like to go around and mess around, whore around. You know, that's the first initial will come to mind. So I don't like using that term. Uh, but I want to use the term love to travel and learn and just learn different parts of the world just to be for educational purposes. Yeah, that's fine. You know, stuff like that. Um, I would be, I would make a sacrifice and and prepare myself is to, especially for me, if the person is trying to take a, you know what I mean, take a, like they're interested in wanting to take me around and stuff like that. You know, if I'm really, 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 really in love with this person, I'm really, 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 you know what I mean. You know, if I find out I'm picking up, if they give off the vibes that they really give a damn about me and things of that nature, and in my mind, I'm saying I really care about this person or whatever. And she said something about, and I know I'm kind of jumping the gun a little bit. She told this man, because basically what I observed, it just seemed like to me he was more into being affectionate toward her and stuff. But she said that she wasn't comfortable with him when he got behind her, especially when it sounds like to me he was trying to be a gentleman and help her, you know, like keeping other guys from bumping into her to her or something like that. But it was like other little simple little points that was thrown out that kind of made him doubt. And there's nothing wrong with that because I would feel the same way too. He got behind her, she as she said, and was huddling on her and stuff. And she said that she was not allowed with that, or she wasn't comfortable with that. You see what I'm saying? I'm uncomfortable with that. Uh for me, I probably would have felt bad. Yes, I'd felt bad. I'm not gonna even lie. I'd have felt bad because the way I'm looking at it, if you really, if you really truly care about me, in my honest opinion, you may not like it, but for the right person, for the right, notice I said for the right person, you would be willing to compromise a little bit or say, you know, I usually uncomfortable with somebody doing something like this here, but with you, I have a different type of feeling about it. I'm not uncomfortable as I usually would be, but for some reason, being with you, the way you the way you're doing it, I'm not uncomfortable. I would have took a chance with that. I'd have been like, to me, it wouldn't have been a red flag. But if you just come out and just say something like that, and I'm trying to be affectionate or whatever, and you just say it like that, and you don't try to break it down and or whatever, then I'm gonna feel some type of way. I'm going to say, damn, okay, she says she's not comfortable with this, and which I understand, but it's kind of throwing off some kind of red flags too, because and then she mentioned something about him sleeping. He said he wanted to sleep on her couch, right? Can I sleep on the couch? She said she agreed to it, but she took accountability for that part. She should have just not acted off of that. Okay, so I give her that. She got to the hotel. Okay, no intro needed. Okay, and so when she got to the hotel or motel or whatever, she told him, "I think you should go to the other another hotel or whatever." And I'm not agreeing with you sleeping on the couch and things of that nature or whatever for whatever the reason was. Uh, I'm going to it'll throw me for a loop. I'm not going to even lie. It'll throw me for a loop, especially if we is supposed to be matching, and I'm really falling for you like that, and you saying certain things like that. To me, in my honest opinion, it would be considered a deal breaker, or like a red flag for me. Like, damn, okay, shit. Oh man, I feel bad. I'm not going to even lie. You see what I'm saying? If I'm saying that, it just depends on, maybe it depends on how I say it. Now, if I say now, if maybe if she was uncomfortable with it or something, maybe she probably should have said, "Wow, you know what? I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of uncomfortable a little bit, but with you, it feels a little different. So I'm not as uncomfortable as I normally would be, but with you, and I just have a good vibe. It's just something about you is just different from all of the other people that I'm around. So then I probably wouldn't have took it. I'm like, okay, it's not so bad, I can work with this, because she's still, that to me is a sign that, to me it's a sign that she's showing interest. You see what I'm saying? And um basically, from watching the video is 51 minutes and 38 seconds. It sounds like Brother Eddie was trying to put more into the relationship, but she was kind of reluctant and a little slower about it, which the way she gave it off, the vibe she gave off, it was like it was hitting some red flags for Brother Eddie. For me, it would have been about the same, because if you're trying to get to know me and I'm really loving you and I'm really falling, and I'm like, damn, she's swallowing for me, and I'm in love with this person and we supposed to be a match or whatever, and I hear certain things that I don't expect to hear, it's going to make me feel some type of way. I'm going to feel bad. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to feel bad that you're saying that because of what it is. And then what it is, she really, I'm going to say this here, she may not like it, but she really exposed herself, because when she was on Pop the Balloon 2 months ago, and Brother Brian walked out and he asked her a question. He said, so you would choose a woman before you choose a man, right? And he said, she said, define what it is. Define girly girls. What you mean? Define that. And he defined it in the context of like a lesbian, like homosexual. You would date a woman, you would go with a woman, and she openly said, "Oh yes, I would." So when I heard that as a man, hearing that from hearing that as a man, most I would say maybe my, from the I'm gonna speak for me. It's saying that you wasn't there on the show for love, in my honest opinion. Because if you're really, really, really looking for love, all right, let's turn the tables. If I'm on Miss Arlette's show looking for love, right? and there's a woman that on, let's just say reverse it, because in this case it was Brother Brian, which was a man, and it was a female versus Jordan. Let's just say if that was me in that situation and talking to Brian, let's say if I would have came out and said the same thing. You see what I'm saying? Let's just say if I would have said that. If she would have came out and asked me as a male, okay, so you would choose such and such, the same a man over blah 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 blah, this and that and the third, or whatever. If I'm really on the show looking for love, which I'm not, I'm no homo, no homo. I'm gonna let you know that now. I'm not, no, hell fucking no. No. I'm not no homo. Let's just get that straight now. But anyway, um, if a woman would ask me, you would choose a man over, let's just say, and I'm really trying to find love and I'm really value the woman or whatever, it ain't no way in hell I'm gonna say some shit like, yes, I would choose a man if I'm really looking, if I really truly love. Because number one, she said that she's looking for somebody to lead her, right? In God. She wants somebody to have a good spiritual relationship. So basically, she contradicted her own self when she said she was looking for a man, a spiritual man on the show. Maybe, or just maybe, she probably saying the reason why she need a stronger man so she won't go for no woman just to bring it home. That's basically probably what she means. She would go for the she would go for the man. I mean, excuse me, she would go for the woman if she don't have a strong God-fearing enough man. Is to say, hey, this is a sin against God, which you know what I mean. This is God is against this and blah blah. Maybe that's what she means. So I in that area, I'm gonna do my best not to give her the benefit of the doubt. You see what I'm saying? The reason why she's saying she want a stronger man, so I don't want to misquote that situation, and you know what I mean. So that maybe that's why she's saying she's looking for a strong godlike man. But when you get on a public show, national TV, because that's what YouTube. When you have millions of people watching you, that's no different from TV. It's just like national TV, because it's like the whole world is seeing that. But anytime you get on a show and say, yeah, I would choose, like me, let's say like if that was me, yeah, I would choose a man before I choose a woman or whatever. That's telling me that I'm weak, and that it's saying that, hey, this dude is gay. You see what I'm saying? That's exactly what it's saying. Which I'm gonna say it one more goddamn time. No homo. I don't like men. Nah. No homo. No homo. No homo. All right, okay. Make sure I got that out the way. But I'm just like trying to, what's the word? I'm using it as an illustration to break down like how I would feel. Like, okay, if you're telling me that if you don't find the right man, when you say, yeah, I would date a woman, yes, when Brother Brian asked that question, that's saying that you're capable of really being a lesbian and dating another woman. So no man, I would say, if you're dating somebody, wouldn't want to take a chance with that, because at any point in time you will fall weak and a prey for another woman. That's really what it's saying. It's in me. You basically, when you got on the show and did that, you basically said, yeah, I'm capable of being a lesbian. Oh, yes, I am. Don't think it's not there now. Even though I have a desire for men, I'm capable of being gay and liking women. That's basically what it's telling me. When I first saw that show, Arlett's show, of that situation, when Jordan said that to Brian, when she said that to Brother Brian asked and said, oh, you're choosing that, because they was all asking about height on the show, right? They was asking about height, and the women were saying, most of them were saying, I'm giving a cop out because you're short. They kept on like attacking the man about his potential height and stuff like that, and this and that and the third. And then they had another woman that he came across. She was kind of chubby a little bit, but he said he don't like women with hair weave and box eyebrows and stuff like that. And the woman made a statement and said, oh, So what's the difference between us not liking men who are short and you liking women with, you don't like women with weave and all that type of stuff? What's the difference? We have an issue with tight and you have an issue with the hair and this and that and the third. I would have been able to answer that like a like easy. That would have been an easy question. I would have told her, look, the difference between me, I'm not as tall as you think I am. When you're tall, you're born with that. That's something that God gave you. You was born with being short or tall. You can't control that because that's natural. That's what you was born with. The hair weave and whatever they want to say, box eyebrows or whatever, and all that makeup, you wasn't born with that shit on. You wasn't born with hair weave in your head. You was born with your natural hair. Just like tall, height, weight, or whatever. You can't help what you were born with, but you was not born with no hair weave in your head. That's the difference. That's what Brother Brian was trying to say. You see what I'm saying? But it seemed like Jordan, the woman, she can be manipulated a little bit. She seemed like she can be kind of finessing and manipulating a little bit because she articulate. You know what I'm saying? And I think most people use their skills to manipulate a situation if they want to. I'm not saying that's what she was doing, but she looked like she's the type she can try. If she can get you, she will. You got to make sure you really listening to that woman so you don't misinterpret what she says, so she can try to make you look crazy if you misquote the person or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But when she got on there, and let's reiterate, and said that she would choose a woman over a man, she basically, that's a red flag for a lot of men. Like, okay, wow, I don't want to be bothered with that then, because if the fact that you came out and publicly said that, if you're saying it, why would you bring something up like that? Well, Brother Brian brought it up. Let me go back because I know she'll try to well, he brought it up. That's the reason why I said it. And so I just said that just to give him a rebuttal because I wanted to be manipulative, just like he was trying to be manipulative. That's what she'll probably say. He came out and said, I asked him is to define. That's what she'll say. I asked him is to define. Maybe she wanted to know. And so when she came out and said, yes, I would choose a woman over. I would choose another woman over a man, or whatever. Why would you feel the need to say that? Because no matter how strong that you are, because she did say she's not perfect. She did say that. She said I'm not. I'm still growing in my Christian growth, or whatever. But I am in a place and in a space to where I can maintain a strong relationship, a personal relationship with God, even though I'm still growing. She did say that. But at the same time, if you have to me, there's no such thing as a personal relationship with God anyway. That will be another video for another time, and I can break that down. I can back up what I say in that area. But if you say you choose a woman, another woman over a man, that's an indication that you're weak in the faith in that way, and you will fall. You're basically saying, hey, yeah, I will fall for another woman. So that's not being strong enough in your relationship with God, in my honest opinion. You see what I'm saying? That's not really being strong enough with God, because that think about if a man say some shit like that. That's telling other people, well, hell, he's capable of being gay. He's capable of having another man in his rectums, and I'm saying no homo. That's why I keep saying that I'm not a homo, but I'm just trying to paraphrase everything that I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? But if you really have intentions of finding love on a show, there is no way in the world you would say on national television, national TV, in my honest thoughts, that you would choose a woman just for sure. Yeah, I would. Like, you strongly saying that, right? Ain't no way in here. Nah. Like, that would make up. Now, that would question a lot of people. Do you like women? If you had, that's like saying what she really mean and what she really was saying. You know what? If I had to choose another woman and be gay, I would. That's basically what she just said. Because she openly said it on the show. She would choose that she's basically saying, I have a distaste for women, but I'm battling with this demon, this lesbian demon. If I find a man, I find a man. But if I find a woman that looks good enough and I'm weak enough, yeah, I'm gonna fall for this woman. That's basically what she just said. Because she openly said, yeah, I would choose a woman. So she basically saying she is weak at being gay. She's weak. She would choose a woman. She's not strong enough to resist the temptation of the same sex as what she got. That's basically what she's saying. So if I hear a woman say that, and I'm in love with this woman, or if I'm trying to get to know this woman, to me, it's gonna throw off a red flag for her to even just come on a national TV, because Miss Arlette have millions of people watching her show anyway. She has thousands of subscribers. I mean, millions of subscribers, millions. So, like, why would you come on national TV and just say, yeah, I will choose a woman, when you're supposed to be on the show looking for a man, looking for love? If I'm really looking for real love, I'm not going to say fall a week and say I'm looking for a man. That's going to throw people off. Because, like, how can you? It'll be like, people, would you not think people will question me behind that? They will. They will be like, well, Brother Ray, you can't be that strong in God. If I'm reading the Bible, right? Like, you mean to tell me he said I would choose another man over what he got, and he got all them videos online talking about being strong in God, but he made those statements. He did say he wasn't really where he should be in his relationship with God. I respect that part. But when he openly just said, yeah, I would, somebody asked him, you would choose another man over a woman, right? And then if I come out, yeah, I would. What do you think people are going to take that and do? They're going to take that as, well, look, he's capable of being a damn punk. He's capable of being a homosexual. You know what I mean? So I don't want a real, like, especially for a straight man, that'd be like, nah, I don't want to hang around that like that then, because that's going to lead them and make them think. I'm just giving an example. You let me know if I'm right in the comment section in everything that I'm saying. Yeah. Now, to me, when they was talking before they made a match, they was talking on Miss Arlette's show, and she made a statement that I paid attention to. She said, okay, when we're together, how do you take us? I'm busy working, I'm doing this, and I'm not going to text you all day, and I'm not going to text you this and that. To me, boom, that's a red flag for me. That'd have been a breaking deal right there. I'd have been like, to be honest with you, I probably would like, pow, my balloon. The bottom line is, you really trying to get to know me, and you really want to be into me. Because look, if I'm really interested in you, right? If you are my type, simple as that. I'm not gonna make it complicated. If I really truly in love with you, and you like, damn, this woman is, boy, she's tight, she's bad, she's good, she's bad, man. I love the Bible. You know what I mean? If I'm into you like that, we into each other like that, it ain't no way in the world I'm gonna skip from, like, if you say, come on, let's go, I want to take you to the store and I want to do this here, I want to get some stuff for myself, and I want to just, you know what I mean? If I'm interested in you, I'm gonna be interested in wanting to come and do all those things with you. If I'm really trying to or wanting to be into you like that, it ain't gonna be complicated. It's just like, if you love somebody, it ain't hard. If you writing that person a letter and you really in love with them, you really want to make a connection with them, then you just gonna automatically, you just gonna connect. You gonna know it, and they gonna know it. You gonna know if it's the right person. You ain't gonna make it complicated or difficult. If you love somebody, it ain't hard to please somebody that you love. It's really not. If you really truly love them, it ain't hard. Trust me. If you're a match and both of you on the same page, it ain't hard to give each other the love that you want. Just simple as that. Yeah. It's not hard at all. It ain't hard to give them the love that you want. It ain't gonna be no, you ain't gonna have to doubt it. You ain't gonna have to have some wondering in your mind. Anytime you got any kind of inch of doubt of what a person say, you better continue, you better check, and you better like cut it off immediately. When you feel a disconnect in any way, if it's something that you're confused about, to me, in my honest opinion, that's a red flag. You better let it go. When they go to saying, well, I don't believe in texting all day, I don't text people all day, so if that's an issue for you, then I'm not the one. Boom. Okay. That's a red flag. Don't get yourself involved with something. If you're not on the same page, leave that motherfucking shit alone, pop. Now, once again, I broke all those scenarios down. No homo. I'm telling you now, no homo. That ain't me. Nah. I just use it as an illustration based upon what I saw on the show. You see what I'm saying? I really, to my honest opinion, she from that guy, I don't think she was really into that guy. Because you would, if you really is into somebody, in my honest opinion, you're not gonna say, if the guy is taller than you probably would have said it in a certain way. You probably would have said it like, I'm usually uncomfortable with this here. Or either you probably would have said, you know what, I am a little uncomfortable, but I love because I'm trying to get to know you. It's okay. It's okay because you look like you somebody that I really can get to know, and I'm just gonna have faith to believe in my heart that you are a good you're a pretty good person. You know what I mean? I just have just a feeling, a good vibe that this is not going. You ain't trying to hurt me or whatever. Because usually I would feel uncomfortable, but with you, I don't feel that way. If she would have took the time, is to explain it like that, or if she would have said, "Well, I feel uncomfortable. I don't want you to like take it offensive or whatever. I don't want to let this relationship go, and I don't want you to let me go." You see what I'm saying? Please don't let me. I don't want you to let me go. Please don't let me go. Just bear with me. Just bear with me. Just bear with me. Bear with me. But I don't want you to feel bad about this situation. I might have would have considered going a little longer. But if I don't feel and sense the connection and you throw off them red flags, more than likely it's best to cut it off. If you feeling them red flags, it's best to leave it alone. Like if you start off arguing or debating with somebody, leave it. It ain't for you. Because if it start off wrong, it's gonna end wrong. Because that's a sign. You see what I'm saying? Because if you coming into the situation and you already debating with each other and stuff, it ain't it. That's right. Anytime you see one thing that throws off as a red flag and it makes you uncomfortable, get away from it. Leave it alone immediately. I had to do that with somebody. They came into me and they to one of my videos, I think, and they said, what did they say? Well, you make your videos too long. You need to make them kind of short. This and that and the third. I immediately cut them off. Because wherever the video or the subject takes me, that's what I'm gonna do. I do video because I like doing it, not because of anything else or trying to draw attention to somebody. You see what I'm saying? I just do it because it's just something that I just like doing. But if the person come out and just say, "Yeah, I my honest thought, you make your videos too long," or this and that and the third, that right there, to be honest with you, would be a deal breaking for me. I won't mess with the person. Immediately, they will get cut off. because you got to pay attention to the minor, simple things and stop ignoring your gut feeling about something. If one gut feeling rise up in your mind, cut that shit off right away. Don't sit there and try to talk it out and debate it out. Cut it off immediately. That's the best way to do it, in my honest opinion. So the video was entitled How to Tell a Good Match. How to tell a good match. That's all I wanted to say. And I'm going to get up out of here, and I'm going to see y'all later. Comment down below within the comment section and tell me, give me your honest thoughts or opinions on this here. All right.